Masters of the Universe is my most anticipated film of 2026, and it is a direct adaptation of the original Filmation cartoon from 1984. And it's directed by Travis Knight, the same man responsible for the Bumblebee movie, Box Trolls, Paranorman, and other stop motion features that are coming out at his very own studio, Laika. I have slowly and closely followed this film's development for the past 15 years. For 15 years, He-Man was stuck in development hell. But hope prevailed. If Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Smurfs, and Ninja Turtles, all cartoons from the 80s, could get the live-action blockbuster Hollywood treatment, so could He-Man. And now, hope has seen through, and now we finally have a modern interpretation of an 80s cartoon known as He-Man. So, is it good? Let's get into it.
Yes. This movie is actually pretty freaking awesome. The writing is so well done. The casting, everyone is phenomenal. Everyone does a really good job in this movie. The CGI, even though kind of spotty at times, when it looks great, oh my god, it looks great. Eternia feels mythical. The special effects and CGI in this movie, when it's amazing, oh my god, it's freaking amazing. Oh man, the soundtrack too. I love the way they use the soundtrack in this movie. There's some 80s songs that I didn't expect. That one song from the meme, hey, yeah. That song, yeah, that's actually in the movie, which I expected them to use, but I also just can't believe they did use it because, you know, that's a big popular meme. But this movie has surprised me. It's a lot better than I really thought it was going to be. And I'm just so impressed with it. Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms, first and foremost, I want to talk about how good he was in this movie. He had every heartfelt scene, and it was just so kind of gut-wrenching for his arc because he does start out kind of drunk, and then Prince Adam has to pick him back up. And speaking of Prince Adam, he carries the audience surrogacy role again, where he's also being the fish out of water who's supposed to know everything about the world, so we get informed about the world. He's also technically responsible for everyone's names in this movie, so he came up with Ram Man, Fisto, all that stuff. And speaking of them as well, there's plenty of sexual innuendos in here, especially with names like Ram Man and Fisto. But it's funny. The jokes in here are funny. I would say that the humor mixed with the action, I would say it is much like Thor Ragnarok, but not like Thor Love and Thunder. I would say that this movie is genuinely funny, and it's serious, and that seriousness is balanced out, but it's also interrupted with the same jokes. Like, we'll get a really heartfelt scene that has some seriousness to it, and it would be... it would later be overdone with a joke at the end. It would be followed up by a joke. And it does take away from the scene a little bit. So if they do a sequel, I would recommend that they keep the jokes, especially these really funny ones, but just kind of tone it down when it gets to the more serious or heartfelt moments. Camila Mendes as Tila, she was fine. She was absolutely pretty good in this role. She didn't take away from Adam or He-Man or Girl Boss or on anybody. This movie is not any of that woke DEI stuff. I'd say it's pretty clear. It just has a very healthy message about masculinity and positive masculinity, and He-Man is definitely the one who carries that, and he uses that message against Skeletor, who Skeletor, played by Jared Leto, is just incredible. He is the scene stealer in this film. A lot of people give Jared Leto a bad rap. You know, the Suicide Squad Joker was terrible, of course, but he's also won an Oscar, okay? You got to admit, when he can be a pretty good actor. He just has no aura or any actual seriousness behind him. Everybody's calling him some kind of cringe god, which, yeah, okay, some of his movies are cringe, but he can be a pretty good actor. And in the case of Skeletor, dude, Jared Leto was weirdly born for this role. He was weirdly born for this role. And I gotta say, even though anybody else could have played Skeletor, Jared Leto actually fully embraced the Saturday morning tongue-in-cheek cartoon silliness that his character usually has. This movie is serious, but it's also really, really tongue-in-cheek. But the story is very, very, very easy to follow. It's very point A to point B, even though I would say the movie does take a good 30 minutes to really start its plot. You know, the Eternia stuff, all that stuff you want to see, you'll probably see that later, 30 minutes within the film. But this was a really fun watch from start to finish. And if you know the action figures like I do, you'll notice characters like Beastman, Triclops, Merman, Buzzoff, or Astros, or no, Stratos. Those guys weren't in the movie. I wanted to see them, but unfortunately I didn't get to see a lot of the characters that I spent a lot of time getting to know. But you got your basics down. You got Ram Man, Fisto, Man-at-Arms, Tila, Roboto, who played by Kristen Wiig, by the way, and she does Roboto really well. Cringer is in it too, but he doesn't get the Battle Cat armor until the end of the movie, and that's okay. We'll just get more of that in the next film, if we do get the next film, because I am looking forward to a sequel now. Then you had bad guys like Triclops, Trapjaw, who, by the way, Trapjaw felt very much like a Boba Fett mercenary kind of character, and that was really cool. I loved how they handled Trapjaw. Who else was in it? Evelyn. Alison Brie, I think she could have been a scene stealer. She sounded exactly like a cartoon counterpart. I mean, she sounded like she was really trying to ham it up as the cartoon version of Evelyn, but you feel bad for her too. She does take a lot of abuse, and unfortunately we don't get much character beyond that, other than being a lackey, but there's a little bit of a hint of something more with her, and I think they would try to explore a little more of that in sequels. This movie has 3 post-credit scenes, by the way, all of which really satisfied me. And the writing in this movie, it was so good, man. Good writing and great action and great CGI, especially when that CGI is aimed at your main villain, all worked and served this movie so freaking well. And the casting is just great. Everyone plays their part from either fine to great. And it was fun. This movie knows it's not meant to be something super serious. It knows it's based on an 80s toy line with silly names and silly characters. I mean, Fisto, Ram Man, Mecha Neck. They kind of make fun of that in a way, but they try to say that Prince Adam, when he was a boy, he gave everyone's names. So it's all coming from, like, imagination, which, you know, believing in yourself, that does tie in with the message of that. So, you know, it all served the plot really well. The jokes definitely got a lot of belly laughs out of me, but I do still think that there were some, like, inappropriately timed jokes. I think some of those serious scenes could have just benefited more from just being serious parts. There was already plenty of great laughs in this movie. I genuinely had a great time with it. Oh, man. I haven't laughed that much in a theater since really any of the Marvel stuff. I am just so glad that this movie turned out as well as it did. I was hearing good things at first. For the longest time, early screenings were saying good things, and now those good things are truly shining through. I would absolutely recommend that you go see Masters of the Universe in theaters. See it while you can. This is a really fun, albeit flawed, but really great watch for a summer blockbuster. It's June. It came out during Pride Month. I know He-Man's a gay icon, so all you gay people, go see this movie. But seriously, it doesn't belittle the character. You know, it doesn't ruin He-Man in any way. It just goes from him being weak to being strong, but they do it in a wholesome, fun, and just really good way. There's no toxic messages here or anything like that. It's all in good fun, and it's all full of heart. This movie has so much heart. So much so that when I was watching it, those heartfelt scenes with Man-at-Arms, Idris Elba, I swear to God, he kills it in just about every movie he's ever been in. Pacific Rim all the way to now, Idris Elba is an absolute masterclass in cinema. I mean, come on, the guy's freaking Knuckles, and he's still able to make me feel something, man. But Idris Elba's awesome. So you have really good writing, really good acting, a really fun, simple story, a great maniacal villain, and just incredible action. Action you wanted to see for the longest time. You want good fights? This movie actually has really, really great choreography and action scenes. Really good fights in this movie, too. And just, there's a lot of, things to love about this movie. Yeah, the jokes might feel a little unnecessary, and maybe a little, maybe it can be a little too campy at times. But all in all, I want to say that Masters of the Universe 2026 is an absolute must-watch, and you should do yourself a favor and go see this movie right now. I'm going to give it an absolute 7.5 out of 10. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, this is a good start. This is a really good comeback. Go see this movie.